Mac J, Andre LeBlanc, hey, Mac and Dre show, y'all check that shit out. It's coming, it's going, it's going, it's gone. 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 Mac World.
Welcome to the Mac and Dre Show. I am Mac Julian.
Andre Lamont.
Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hello. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let me see. Right now, we're going to talk about the effects of the internet, as far as like the effect on the culture, effect on relationships, effect on mindsets, especially like the past. I'll say the past is 2025, the past 5 years, because it's been a real shift in the past 5 years. So it started like 2020, it was the pandemic. So the pandemic had people ordered to stay at home, couldn't go to work, you couldn't do nothing but stay at home. And most people stayed at home. They was on the internet playing games or doing whatever you do with your family, shit like that. So the pandemic kind of forced people to be together in relationships, family. So the stronger bonds got stronger. The bullshit fell apart. Like if you were with somebody, you really didn't love that motherfucker. Once you stayed in the house with them, you could tell that shit was over. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically some shit like that. So from the 5 years ago up to now I see nothing but division. A lot of divorces, a lot of people trying to make themselves look a certain way on the internet, but in real life, it's the opposite. There's a lot of that shit going on. A lot of people, you know, the feminists are goddamn really taking off, causing a lot of division, and then that sparks the red pill movement. Well, a lot of niggas could tell their story. A lot of men could tell their story. So even from the headlines, you see a lot of shit like that going on, and the way the world is going, I think people really don't realize, like, you are helping the narrative instead of really thinking about the divide and conquer method that government organizations use in order to control the population. And the most manipulated people are the women.
Yes.
So like, if a lot of women are being manipulated, they're being coerced to doing stuff they really don't want to do. Like, it's natural to have a family. It's natural to have a husband. It's natural to have a wife. The shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But see now, okay, so it could be from that higher standpoint of whether it's government or feminist or whatever, but basically what it's coming down to is human nature. So I'm going to do a couple case in points. One, the Cooking with Kaya young lady. Cooking with Kaya. First of all, I love this girl. I think she's amazing. the stuff that she's doing. It's very positive. It's very uplifting. So then all of these raggedy ass bitches out here that don't fucking take care of their niggas and then expect all this stuff in return are hating on this girl so much so that she's crying and all this stuff. She should not let that happen to her. But that's what we doing. We fucking with people's mental health. She gets on there, she cooks this beautiful meal, she does her little dance and sing her little song, and what man don't want to be over there to get that? And so all of these other women that ain't doing that want to hate on her. She shouldn't allow that to happen, but that's what's happening, is how you're being attacked in your comments for any little thing you say or that you do for everybody. Just like when you was in high school. Oh, we the cool kids. Oh, we gonna hate on you, or you can't sit at our lunch table, or your parents can't afford the fancy clothes and all this kind of stuff. That's all that is that the internet is now, I'm sure you guys have seen so many people crying and all almost damn near suicidal about what somebody said in their comments. You know, you're taking this shit too serious, too literal. And it's a lot of it is our young people and then our women who are very much influenced by the culture and what's happening. Very rarely their own person, you know, and just can go through life without worrying about what people say. You know, getting in these back and forths. I know you all probably seen that one beef. I just watched it today on Instagram, where the girl is in her house talking trash on the internet about, I guess, about this other girl, but this girl is at her house out front, and this bohemian booger wooger kicks down the door, rips the screen door off, goes into this woman's house, and drags her out, and proceeds to beat the shit out of her. And the woman done called the police then came, and she all bloodied up, swole eye, and everything after this. I know you've seen this. And this is what we're doing. You're on the internet being a gangster, talking that big shit till somebody pull up on you. The internet is the devil, you understand? It doesn't have to be used so recklessly, but it often is. It often is, and a lot of people are taking advantage of this tool. This is a tool for me to reach you wherever you may be in the whole country or the world. And we should be loving that. But oftentimes what we're doing is we're being disrespectful to one another. We're putting other people down. We're taking small ideologies and trying to make them into big ideologies. Look, life's still simple. Respect is king. Your relationships, they are at the forefront. And people who don't know you don't get to dictate who you are. Still the same.
I think people just fake as hell on the internet and want to just be, they just want to be something else other than themselves because they're not happy with themselves. And there's a lot of people that are themselves who are in a good position, and I think that kind of rubs the average person the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Those people feel like, I want to be like that too. I want to look like this. I want to goddamn be fancy. And I mean, but let's just be real. At the end of the day, you got to look your own self in the mirror. You gotta be confident in yourself. And a lot of people don't like themselves.
That's true. Very true.
A lot of black people don't like themselves.
Some of you motherfuckers like yourselves too goddamn much.
Yeah, some of them do. And it's bringing out the mostly bad, the mostly negative parts of you onto the internet, the negative emotion, the negative, just all the negative shit. And it's not a lot of love. It's not a lot of love, but I do see some of it. sometimes, sparks of it. And you know, the internet is like rage bait. So whatever kind of emotions it's trying to bring out,
right?
most likely they like to bring out the negative emotions.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So you'll see different shit like that. But the main part of this shit is this relationship shit. Like, I just don't understand how motherfuckers want to be so separated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get the shit. Like, if you don't want to be with the nigga, get the hell on. I think the root of this problem lies in the relationships, what's going on, how people are defining relationships, and I think feminism is causing a big rift in what's going on. And like, they don't like feminism, they don't like men anyway. They rather have women taking over, women running everything. But at the end of the day, if you look at the internet and see the outcome of that particular scenario, they are not happy.
But if you think about it, the majority of women, they rely and need the man to come into the situation to balance their financial situation, to even improve it. But men, they need women for other reasons, but they're not financial. Men usually need women for balance, for the other things in life besides the finances. Everything, the pleasure, companionship, children. So when we come down to this so-called war, the women are going to be missing the financial side. The men may be missing the emotional side and the companionship side, the children's side, but that ain't enough to make men buck, to miss that, because it's so much you have to do. It's like the same reason why women can cheat better than men can cheat. Let's break this down. So when a man going to cheat on a woman, this other woman that he's cheating with, he has to go through so much to do this. You understand? Yeah. If a woman can't call you when she want to, you probably not gonna just be able to just knock her down. If the woman can't come over to your house and sit up in there, she gonna have these red flags, you see? But when a woman go out to cheat, she just going to the man for straight sex. So it doesn't matter where it's at or how it's done or what's happening. So there's always those back and forths and double standards that men and women are always gonna have. So they're saying, as far as with feminism, manipulating the women to be a certain type of way, and the women are saying stuff like, "Oh, we masculine because there are no masculine men." That's a goddamn lie. You're masculine because you're losing touch with who you are as a feminine woman, and then you're still not masculine even when you act that way.
I think it's just words.
It's just words.
I think it's just words, because when it's a nigga they like,
yeah,
the masculine shit go out the window because it's niggas they like.
Exactly.
So if it's other niggas who they don't like, then she masculine.
Right.
Or she claims she's masculine. That's really it, point blank, because I see the shit all the time. So a lot of times when men come to approach women, they don't even, it's probably the initial reaction. The initial reaction is they don't like the nigga cool. He move on to somebody else.
Right.
But if the nigga is, you know, still trying to pursue, and she see what he has and what kind of person he is, she might fuck with him but still don't like him like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's still a fucked up situation, because she not even exploring the possibilities of just loving a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's almost like if the initial shit not there, it's not never gonna be there.
It ain't gonna never be there. Not with a woman.
Yeah, probably it's probably like that. But I get it, you know, a lot of women, or even a lot of women will take that person and know that they can have a good life, but it's still fucked up because she don't really like that motherfucker. So that's why the divorce rate is so motherfucking high.
So that's why I say, like, even if say you switch that from a man situation to a woman, he might not really like her, but he still might give her some dick. So I just say that's all fair. The woman cannot like you, she can give you no ass, and she gonna do straight up and take your money.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but nigga gives some dick, but I'm talking about from a longevity standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
But guys will settle into a situation where if he's getting treated the right way and then the sex, yeah, he could do that. He could easily do that. I mean, there's a threshold there, but yeah. Whereas a woman, she got to have everything, and there just are not enough of those guys to go around. So that's why all these women are sharing the same guy. That's why these players and these pimps, these chads, as they call them, they run around here knocking down everything. Multiple baby daddies and all this kind of stuff. No, I'm sorry. Multiple baby mamas these guys have. That's where that's all coming from.
Yeah.
Because they all want that atypical type. Whereas a man gonna have to get real with himself. Like, okay, what's gonna be the best for me? So I can be what I want to be in this relationship, as opposed to getting treated like a lame and running after this chick and spending all your money on her, and she gonna leave you anyway.
Yeah, I think women have to get kind of real like that instead of falling into the traps of the internet where everybody's saying you beautiful and you deserve all this shit. Everybody needs to stay in their fucking lane. Stay in your lane.
But it's getting down to be a war of attrition. They can talk all of that big shit they said. All the females can talk all that shit, but they're going to have to back that up, and they're going to have to last standing on that perch. Because I already know how men going to do it. They're going to get in their cubby hole. They're going to go to work, save their money, stack up, and then, unfortunately, they're probably going to get their passports and start going other places.
Shit, that's happening now. So at the end of the day, it just depends if you want to be happy or not in your later years. Do you want to share your life with a person? Do you want to just, you know, in general, have a fulfilling life?
And are you going to base your life off the internet? Are you going to base your life off posting and following somebody and subscribing to their unrealistic life that they probably don't even live?
And then one thing too is like all these people out here that's giving all this advice and all this shit, I say 90% of these people did not even live that type of life, but they trying to give you goddamn advice on relationships. Them motherfuckers be single, goddamn, don't be married, be out here goddamn flexing, just other motherfuckers be pandering. Like, you really got to understand who it is that's talking and what's their background and where they fucking come from. Because a lot of people be falling for shit, and then like a lot of times too, they fall for shit if the motherfucker is attractive. They fall for the attractiveness first, and then whatever they say is supposed to be some real shit. So,
right.
I don't agree with none of that shit. Motherfucker just, you got to walk it like you talk it. If you don't walk that shit, and then you can hear the motherfucker talking, man, just turn the channel. Turn the fucking channel.
And please believe everybody ain't single by choice. Yeah, they ain't single by choice. No, they single because don't nobody want them. Especially when they don't put themselves out there and start saying all these things. You think the opposite sex is going to be bothered with you? They don't want to hear that. They're not doing that. They're running away from you. That's why when you go to these single events and it's 80 women there and 5 guys, This ain't no burger joint. 5 guys be standing up in there and it's 80 women. When has it ever been like that? The expectation is out of control. It's out of control. So, if what you're doing works for you, great. But if what you're doing creates horrible results, somebody gonna have to make the change. And I mean, you tell me who that's gonna be. Because a lot of the fellas is not going for this stuff anymore. But that's just on a relationship level. The internet is doing way more deeper stuff with people's psyche, with people making horrible comments, making jokes, memes out of things that they say. I just think that maybe people are putting themselves out there a little bit too thin, and it's not necessary to tell everybody what's going on with you. Something that you need to keep to the chest, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to tell everybody your business.
I agree with that. I agree with that like a motherfucker. Like, keep your business to your goddamn self. That's how a lot of people keep their relationships together. Like, a lot of shit should be internal. The internet is public. It's not something you should be trying to seek sympathy for. A good use of the internet is when you're trying to get information and when you're trying to find out something and when you're trying to find the most knowledgeable person on whatever subject and something that can help you like that. Other than that, just look at the shit for what it is. Just like that, I'm gonna end on this note. Just like that Dave Chappelle skit, the internet is like when you're going through the mall and you got all this shit going through the mall that you can buy, that you can see. A lot of the shit R-rated. You see naked hoes shaking. You see a whole bunch of different ads. You know what I'm saying? Get you some Viagra. A lot of sexual shit. A lot of fights. A lot of different shit like that. That's kind of what the internet is like. It's almost like a big ass cesspool. You got good shit in there. You got bad shit in there. But at the end of the day, all of it is shit. So stay clean, motherfucker.
I'm with you on that one.
This is Mac and Dre Show, man. We out this bitch.
Appreciate y'all. We see y'all next time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all.
Mac World.